recently I expressed my disappointment for the brand new Sony Zv-1 Mark II. Completely justified, by the way. And some of y'all pulled up with some smoke. To be honest though, I do kind of feel like the video I recently made regarding the Sony Zv-1 Mark II wasn't that helpful, only because I was in my feelings a bit. And after just rewatching the video, I felt like it just wasn't helpful for the people who are interested in the Sony Zv-1 Mark II. And honestly, with all that said though, the Sony Zv-1 Mark II is a pretty good camera, especially considering that it is like the Sony Zv-1 original, which basically left me to believe that the Sony Zv-1 Mark II could bring the sauce. Since so many people are interested in the Sony Zv-1 Mark II, I went ahead and actually pre-ordered the Sony Zv-1 Mark II, but not for me. Because you see, since I already have the Sony Zv-1, I thought it would be a good idea to go ahead and get the Sony Zv-1 Mark II and give it away to one of you guys. So sit back, relax, buy me a coffee, link down below because it helps out the channel a lot, because we're doing our first giveaway. Yes, your boy Sky Money is doing his first giveaway because I'm a boss. But before we get into that though, let's talk about the Sony Zv-1 versus the Sony Zv-1 Mark II, just so that you guys know what you're getting into. And just in case getting the Sony Zv-1 Mark II makes sense for you, because it actually might make sense for you. Like, you may not have the Sony Zv-1. And also, you might have the bag for the Sony Zv-1 Mark II. But then on the other hand, if you are interested in the Sony Zv-1 Mark II, but don't have the bag for it, then you might want to get the Sony Zv-1. The first thing to know are the similarities between the two. They both weigh about the same, meaning that they're both really light and can fit in your pocket. They both also have the same body type, meaning they take all the same accessories. They also both take the same batteries and both offer active stabilization. Boss! They both also take the same memory cards as well as have the same flip out screen. They both also have the same sensors, which means that they offer the same resolution, as well as frame rate, because they both shoot at 4K 30 as well as 1080 120. They both also have internal NDs, touch to focus, as well as the same button layout. Both of them also have product showcase as well as the same picture profiles, has same image quality for photography, as well as offer gyro data. And then lastly, they both have extremely good autofocus, as well as charge by USB, a HDMI port, a microphone jack, as well as Wi-Fi. Ooh, that is a dope bike. So when it comes to similarities, you can see that it's, yeah, they're pretty much the same. But don't hold up pimping, because they are, but they're not. Because there are a couple of things that the Sony Zv-1 offers that the Sony Zv-1 Mark II doesn't offer. And then a couple of things that Sony Zv-1 Mark II offers that the Sony Zv-1 doesn't. The Sony Zv-1 Mark II is offering an updated menu, like a more saucy menu. No more Windows 95 menu. It's also offering one of my favorite features from the Sony Zv-1, which is the clear image zoom. It has a brand new 18 to 50 mil lens, and while using the clear image zoom, you could zoom all the way into like 75 mil, boss. And also, like the Sony Zv-1, it also shows the focal length while you're zooming in, and is also giving us the multi-directional microphone, like the Sony Zv-1. Double boss. You're also getting USB Type-C charging, as well as 3 extra creative looks, a full-on touchscreen like the Sony Zv-1, as well as Cinevlog look, and then lastly, one of my favorites, the new placements of the 1/4-inch thread. My ninja, those are all things that can be found in the brand new Sony Zv-1 Mark II for the small price tag of $899. And now I say $899 very loosely because I know that's some racks, okay? I understand. But my ninja, like I said in the last video, I am still disappointed in the Sony Zv-1 Mark II, and I will not be copping it. I will be copping one to give away. Wait, calm down. More about that later. So now on the flip side of that, we have the Sony Zv-1, the hugger of all blocks, literally putting the H in hood because it's that good. Because believe it or not, there are some things that the 3-year-old Sony Zv-1 offers that the brand new Sony Zv-1 Mark II doesn't offer. One of the things that the Sony Zv-1 offers that the Sony Zv-1 Mark II doesn't offer is a lower aperture while zooming in. While zoomed in, you can have an aperture of f2.8, while zoomed in on the Sony Zv-1 Mark II, it's an f4, which simply means you can still get some nice blurry background, that nice bokeh, while zoomed in. A couple other things it offers is built-in stabilization in the lens, as well as shooting at a higher frame rate. The mode button also offers more functions than the Sony Zv-1 Mark II, because while the Sony Zv-1 Mark II is only offering 3 functions, the Sony Zv-1, it allows you to go into all your different modes, as well as going into your memory recall, which is basically your camera presets that you have set up personally. Bow! boss. And then speaking of which, it also has a high frame rate mode, which allows you to shoot at like something crazy, like 960 frames per second. And although both Sony Zv-1 Mark II as well as the Sony Zv-1 offer built-in NDs, the Sony Zv-1 also offers an auto built-in ND, meaning that it can turn on and turn off by itself if you want it to. And then since the Sony Zv-1 has built-in lens stabilization, you are not getting that jitter that you will get in the Sony Zv-1 Mark II. But then lastly, pimping the icing on the cake has to be its price. Because you see, while the Sony Zv-1 Mark II is like $900, the Sony Zv-1, since it being 3 years old, you're looking between $400 to like $650. Boss. So when it comes to price, yeah, the Sony Zv-1 clearly takes it, because you gotta remember, they have the same sensor. So when it comes to overall image quality, you ain't missing much. Like they look exactly the same. And the audio quality isn't bad on the Sony Zv-1. Like, it's doable. It's better on the Sony Zv-1 Mark II, but definitely totally fine on the Sony Zv-1. So as you can see, the Sony Zv-1 is a good camera. And yeah, a lot of people were upset about the Mark II. And I think a lot of us were upset about the Mark II was because we were looking at it as a camera to upgrade. Because if you have the Sony Zv-1, I don't think you should upgrade to the Sony Zv-1 Mark II. But the Sony Zv-1 Mark II is a good camera to start with. It's just not worth upgrading to. And as soon as I stepped out of my feelings a bit and understood who the target audience was, then yeah, the camera makes sense. Which is why I went ahead and bought one and gonna do a giveaway, because I definitely don't need it. So now, about this giveaway. So to win the brand new Sony Zv-1 Mark II, all you have to do is, number 1, be subscribed, 2, like the video, and obviously I'm talking about this video, you gotta like this video, and then number 3, leave a comment down below, let me know why you want the Sony Zv-1 Mark II. Like, what are you gonna do with it? Like, I don't know, something, just let me know down below. And then I will then randomly select a winner. We'll do it for like maybe, we'll give it maybe 2 weeks. Actually, no, not 2 weeks, because I forgot that I don't think the camera's out yet. So don't forget, 1, subscribe to the channel, 2, like the video, and then 3, comment down below what you will use the Sony Zv-1 Mark II for. Like, and it could be anything you want. Don't try to impress me. Come on, pimpin', I'm a boss. So, it could be whatever you want. And that's how you enter the win the Sony Zv-1 Mark II. So Pippin, if that sounds good to you, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, good luck. Okay, well Pippin, that is it. I'm all done with work. And also hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, definitely subscribe to win the Sony Zv-1 Mark II. Also just got back to, and it's like, dang, it's so good to be back. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I'm loving the Netherlands more and more. It's getting harder and harder to go back to the States. I ain't gonna lie. Plus, it's expensive like crazy. But yeah, Pippin, that is it. Seriously, hope you guys enjoyed the video. And yeah, the Sony Zv-1 Mark II ain't that bad, but I already got the Sony Zv-1, so I'm Gucci. And also, I will continue to remind you guys about the Sony Zv-1 Mark II giveaway, because it's about to go down. But yeah, that is it, guys. I will see you in the next one. I gotta get my booty home, because yeah, I need to see my kids. Oh, actually, you know what? I just remembered. I parked that way. Come on, Sky Money. Getting lost in the sauce.